Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2 here today on the channel. We're back on our Divide et Impera Empire Divided modded Let's Play. We're playing as Aurelians Rome. This is episode 4. In today's episode, we're going to continue our conquest of the Italian peninsula, throwing out the last of the Roman pretenders. We managed to have the Battle of Rome in the last episode and take the city back for Aurelian. We're pushing towards Arretium and Arrhenium now with the Emperor, the Sun God Incarnate, and my brother who is pushing towards Arretium as well. As we get closer to Alpine Gaul, potentially we could have some wars against TETRICUS of Gallic Rome. Before that, we managed to take Sicily and Brundisium further in the south, and we have that under our control. I have another army in the island of Sicily ready to push over to Carolus, Sardinia and Corsica. We've got another army defending the Danube there in Odessa, more so towards Thrace, against any potential barbarian and Gothic tribes. Aurelian is going to take Arretium here now with a clear-cut auto-resolve. It does look like Gallic Rome has pushed down and taken Menelidunum. Genoa Patavium is still under the control of the pretenders. Arretium is now under our control. Pushing over to Arrhenium in a moment with my brother Lucius. We should be able to take it and take the crucial spice, or salt port as it were, of Arrhenium. And now we've taken two crucial territories. Genoa and Pataventum is all that remains. We shall loot the city to get that 9,000 gold, or denari, and we better move and spend that around the empire as well. Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. Gallic Rome has seized Genoa, and TETRICUS, the Emperor of Gallic Rome himself, currently holds Pataventum. My brother Lucius is pushed out to siege him, while Aurelian is a couple turns away. The Roman pretenders have fled back to the island of Sardinia and Corsica. I was curious to see if they were willing to have a peace agreement. I've got a navy pushing over there now to try and take it, 12 units with our first fleet and a full stack. We're currently besieging Pataventum now. However, my northern city has actually been besieged, so we're going to have to throw that full stack back. But for now, my brother Lucius is going to hold TETRICUS. I don't know why I find that name so hard to pronounce, but Legion 3 of Gallic Rome. He's got his Gallic legionaries, his cohorts, a really cool hybrid army. I've got Legion 3 Illyria here pushing up to Noria to lift the siege from a Gallic full stack, and with the help of the garrison inside, we're going to be able to throw back the Gauls to Alpine Gaul from whence they came. So our first auto resolve here, our first battle against Gallic Rome. So fortunately enough for me, they hadn't really pushed against us. They were focusing on other enemies, but now that we've all but eliminated the Roman pretenders on the peninsula, I guess they see that my territory is ripe for the taking, because we are a little bit exhausted from our wars in the peninsula. So we've defeated one full stack of Gallic Rome for now, and we'll move our army back into the city to defend as we do border with them now. Okay guys, welcome back to the top of the turn. Alrighty, we're still heading to Carolus as well. We're going to be able to disembark. We have a small army in Carthage defending, and my navy can push towards, Carolus now. So, I'm curious to see if we were to launch an amphibious attack, how would it go. So, it doesn't look very good auto-resolve wise, because seeing we're just finishing off the last of the Roman pretenders here. We fought them enough. We fought them for what, 3 episodes of the series? So we'll disembark with my full stack. We'll block the port there. Now, can you attack in one turn, or do I have to wait? Now, it looks like I'm going to have to wait. So we'll siege out Carolus there, and then we'll deal with TETRICUS, the Gallic Rome to the north. Yeah, that's a shame. No matter. Okay guys, welcome back. Let's get stuck into the siege of Pataventum, and hopefully we can, well, mortally wound Emperor TETRICUS of Legion 3 of Gallic Rome. We currently have Emperor Aurelian just outside, ready to go now. He has movement, so let's move in the Legion. Legion 1 Dacia, 7 units of Roman legionaries, 3 units of equites, 2 units of Roman levies. We've got some town watch here as well. We've also got ballista and a bountiful amount of skirmishers and archers. I kind of feel bad for Gallic Rome, because if they had 2 full stacks, it would have made this battle a bit more competitive. However, just comparing this, Gallic Rome's legionaries, they've also got some Belgae heavy lancers, in Cerberus spears, I guess javelin, mercenary Ligurian spear band, Bergen. So they've got a fair few decent units there, and then they have the main general unit as well. We're going to fall in with my brother, and he has what now? What, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 Roman legionaries, 2 velites, and his own commanding siege equipment as well. So we'll move you up here now, and this is the battle that we'll have here today. Our first battle we're going to play against Emperor TETRICUS. Now I'm pretty sure in Empire Divided it's kind of like Warhammer and Imperator Augustus, where characters, they can't die but they can get mortally wounded. They're like from an inch of death away. The more times you kill them on the field and they narrowly escape, they get really bad traits. I think even some of their skill tree gets reset, and they do lose command and stuff here and there. Alright, so up in Noria, we have Legion 3 holding. In the west, we still have a Legion here in Edessa. We've actually been alright holding in these territories sort of to the north there. I kind of abandoned them, but they never really got pushed. A small fleet down there's holding. We're waiting to take Corellas as well. Diplomacy-wise, let's have a quick look at that. So yeah, we're actually bordering Gallic Rome now. Maybe they were focusing on potentially the Franchi and Alemanni, but this is the first time they've been quite aggressive against me. It's because our kingdoms and empires have just sort of clashed together. We are still at war with the Roman pretenders. We can finish them off. We actually are at war with Hispania Soteria, who have nearly thrown back the Lusitani and have spread into North Africa there. So the Brazen Bull are actually doing quite well. I have set a co-war target on Tingis, and looks like Numidia is going to push there. And even they, yeah, they've done quite well. They're actually pushing into like modern-day Portugal there. And we still are at war with the men of Britannia as well. They're not interested in peace. Looking at the world map, we can look at party affiliation. So it does look like, yeah, so most of Greece could be contended. There's a small party in Libya there as well. Faction ownership, we still dominate most of the known world. Diplomatic status, Asia Minor is still very much under our control, along with the majority of North Africa, Egypt, and then the Numidian side. It looks like the Mauritania or whatever they're called, but they've been wiped out. The Armenians, the Sassanids, and Media seem like they're pushing against Palmyra quite significantly. Maybe even Egypt is pushing against them as well. So let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand and conquer. I think naturally, after defeating 1 full stack from Gallic Rome, and potentially killing their emperor, we should just go on an all-out blitz of the north, I think. Depending how much military assets we have and full stacks available, we could send and rotate potentially forces to Tingis and push through modern-day sort of Morocco and through the Gibraltar state. That might be a good idea, seeing as we've got allied forces down here. We do have a full stack. We might have another sort of lingering down here in Carthage, but I don't know, let me know. We'll just have to see. Definitely the way to attack the pretenders was through the boot of Italy and, of course, Sicily. But regardless, let's have a fight here today. We've had enough sort of management and empire management and stuff. So let's chuck a quick save. Oh, that's loading in. And then a hard save, and we'll fight TETRICUS on the field. Alrighty, let's fight this one. Actually, before we do so, what are the odds? Yeah. So we have 7,065. They have 5,054. So let's assault this one here. Now, I kind of feel bad for them, because if they were like Genoa or Menelodunum, they probably would have had a better chance. They're stuck in the city of... Oh, no, they're not. Oh, the enemy sallied out. Yeah, because they've got a choice, don't they? Ah, okay, I don't feel so bad for them now. Well, my concern, if they were pushed into the defensive siege of Pataventum, there'd be a lot of narrow corridors and choke points for my artillery terrain. So looking at their army build, it's really cool. They've got Gallic-infused Roman legionaries, 4 of them. They've got some cohorts there, 2 units of just your town watch, and then they've got some levies there. So we have cavalry supremacy on them, I would imagine, even with those Belgae heavy lancers. And I don't know what the general unit is. It could very well be a chariot, but I can't quite tell. There seems to be like a curve there, which could indicate like a wheel, and that looks awfully chariot-y, but I don't know. We'll see how we go. So we should be able to flank quite well. We do have archer supremacy, and now that we outnumber them 2-1, we should be able to defeat Gallic Rome here through Roman steel and ingenuity. Okay guys, welcome to the battlefield. Okay, so it's currently pissing down with rain. It favours the Gauls. Let's wait a turn and try and get a nice dry day. It looks like Cisalpine Gaul isn't going to help us out. Oh, and that's a dry day. We got it on the last one. Whew, it's been quite some time since that sort of happened. So it actually looks like an open field, which is going to help us massively. And we've also got our reinforcements coming further from the back. Well, there's no point of us sort of posturing too far north there. We want to try and rally up where we can. And yeah, so we have no ambition of sort of pushing too far forward, because we want to rally up. So if we can go with something like here, say... I could very well do something like that, actually. Yeah, that's what I'm sort of thinking. We'll curve it around properly instead of just doing the one. So you can be angled like this. That can be quite well protected. Have we got any cool formations that I could use? Testudo, defensive wedge. We don't really need any of that stuff because they don't have skirmisher supremacy. If they do, we could very much form up Testudo. I don't believe Testudo even has... nearly impenetrable to miss, no potential to attack. Yeah, that's the problem. We can repel cavalry if a charge does come in. Everything else, I think we're fine like that. Alright, sweet. Archers, what we can do, we'll go with a flaming shot, as we will have more reinforcements coming in. So we'll go with something like this. We shall keep the general here, Emperor Aurelian. We'll go with a flammable shot as well, and we'll sit them there. And what is left out here, my 3 units of cavalry. Pushing uphill is going to exhaust them, so I think moving this way is probably our best bet. Alrighty, so cavalry at the front, our equites ready to push there. Is that meant to look like Octavian? Or like Caesar? I don't know. The metal masks handed out. Well, I guess the like silver ones get handed out from the golden god. We've got our Roman legionaries on the flanks, along with our spearmen. Legionaries leading from the front. We are using Divide et Impera plus some submods, and obviously the Roman reskin mod. And then here is Aurelian, the sun god incarnate, Sol Invictus, the man made of metal machination. Oh god. Alright, let's start the battle there, and let's push out and see what Gallic Rome are pushing against us with. Our reinforcements are slowly but surely making their way, and we already have a bit of line of sight against the Gauls. So these guys have been reskinned as well. So here are just some basic Italian swordsmen that they've brought up, and then they've just got some weaker units there. So we actually haven't seen any of the heavies yet. Oh yeah, we can. I want to look at some of the heavy units as they load in, because they should be different. Yeah, so as you can see, these guys are using mostly Roman equipment and armor. They still have some Roman insignia and sort of, what are they called? Yeah, just symbols and stuff. Insignia, that works. Alright, what's happening here? So, how much of my guys come in just yet? Like, just redirect you here for now. Yeah, I think my cavalry might have got caught there. No, not exactly. We're just trying to flank. They're just holding adequately. Now, I want to try and find the general unit if we can. So here's a unit of cohorts. Yeah, oh, yeah. They're doing quite well. I'm going to try and get an opportunity, but we'll just have to see. We might have to divvy up our army now. Alright, now that they're here. So what I'll do is I'll add an additional flank on 1, and then 2, and then I'll put everyone here on the... Oh, not you. And then I'll put everyone else, like, here, right? Because DEI is funny when units clash and have conflicts, so we need to seriously move a lot of these guys back. I went with a flaming shot with my archers, because we're going to have a lot of slingers and stuff here. So you have to basically move this back. It's kind of hard to do this stuff on the fly. And we'll move you here. Ballista. They can sit there. That needs to be switched to an ammunition round. And we'll keep the general here inside as well. We'll have Emperor Aurelian hold the left flank, and we'll have my brother hold the right. And that's everyone bar these spearmen inside, so I guess we'll just chuck them there as well. We'll make a noob box. We're going to have skirmisher and artillery supremacy, so the AI is going to make a calculated decision to close the distance, because they know that they can't hold out against it. We're going to try and hit a unit if we can. We'll send you around the front, and then you can rotate around the back. But already they're starting to infuse their infantry quite well. But even saying that, it's only citizens, isn't it? So if they push out too much here, which they are, we might just go for a charge. Yep, pierce and hit that. Even though you're swinging there. What is it? No, they're heavies. They're just too quick. I need to make sure they get their spears out. Very light. Like, charging into something like that might be an idea still. Alright, and they're just doing their thing there. Yeah, like this, right? These guys are just like lightly armored, aren't they? Yeah. These are like your town guard. So, there's 200 before the initial charge. They're pulling back adequately. We should be able to get these guys that have just been caught out and overextended. The Roman Equite cavalry is coming in. And even though we're probably going to have to soak up some fire there. Well, maybe it was a bit of a bait, to be honest. The unit's nearly wiped. We've managed to hold on. Because now that they've caught us there, they're just throwing Peeler on us. So it is an armoured chariot unit with TETRICUS. I just haven't seen it yet. Yeah, there he is. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. The man who wants to rule Gaul by himself. It's a bit of a disgrace. Wearing a crown like that. Donning himself like Caesar. Okay, we got 20 in that. Let's send all our infantry if we can. They are moving now, some of their units. Pull further back. We've been caught here. And we've actually been split. You're actually better running around this way now. Oh, no, you're gonna get caught. You gotta go. Because they do have cavalry units of their own. My artillery is starting to bombard their main line. Which is perfect for us. And it looks like now all my Romans have rallied up. Yeah, I've been buggered there. So you need to get away from that, but you need to go here. Oh, they've caught me there massively. You guys just got to keep on running. And you've gotten way too close to this, trying to get there. Damn. Trying to... Damn, fuck. Then they nearly need to go at trying to... Pull this way more. Catch and isolate skirmishes is a lot harder in DEI just because the amount of peeler and stuff they had. Whoa. This thing is just... These cavalry is just gone. Everyone in their right mind is targeting it as well. That's unbelievable. Okay, so now they've been caught. We'll swing in here. They can go back because they're routing. Actually, just withdraw you, actually. Like, we don't even need you now. You're that depleted. Okay, allow my ballista to push for this. And now they're moving towards the main line. Which can hold fine. Even these guys are hitting us here. Yeah, my cavalry's just been smashed. Yeah, maybe just withdraw this and you fall back here. Because I want to watch the front line come in. So Gallic Rome is going on a 2. Yeah, it's just going to throw everything at them. So it looks like they're going to try and close the distance. Our artillery is bombarding massively against them. And we can get some shots off ourselves here as they're pushing further up. We're going to be able to rip through a lot of these. Pushing up here. Oh, yeah, they're just too close now. I was trying not to hit my own men. But something like that works perfectly. Oh, that was a bit close there, that one. And that one's gone a little bit wayward. Oh, imagine, I think I might hit that poor guy back there. Alright, bombard this. You try and hit this. I gave orders for my cavalry, but they've just not. These guys can still retreat. And if they're not careful, they're just going to waver as well. Yeah, push to here, right? And then retreat with my cavalry. Because I can't afford to... Yeah, they're actually just going to go themselves. They're just being caught there, which is a shame. So, they're starting to move up their legionaries here now. Whoa! Oh, god damn it. Do you see that? Fools. You like can't even click on targets because they do that. Alright, halt. Actually, no. I just need to be a bit more proactive in doing that. God damn you fools. Alright, let's hold down some buffs. And get everyone to hold there. We'll start doing some charges in a moment. Alrighty. So they're trying to push down the front line. Still can't break through the center. Fierce fighting at the end of the day. Both heavily armored infantry going toe to toe. They've been quelling and quashing barbarians in their own respective territory in Gaul. We've been fighting a lot more Roman pretenders, so we're probably a little bit more well suited for this fight than them. And then they have other levies pushing on this side. TETRICUS himself is rotating further back. And we're still holding fine. We have archer and skirmisher supremacy, along with artillery batteries as well. So let's focus on these and try and get them to hit some units there. Maybe try and hit these cohorts here. Now that you've pushed forward, you're going to have to pull back. Can you still hit this cohort unit here? Alright, just continue to hold where you can. They're starting to move. We're starting to target and bombard this as well now. They're not targeting generals or anything, no. And our front line is still holding for now. Okay, should I start to rotate some of my forces, or should we just hold out a little bit longer? They're starting to retreat there naturally. However, there seems to be a mercenary Belgae charge in. If I had time, I would have... yeah, done Falcon when moving cavalry. But they're sending the Belgae. They've got some more skirmishers there. My artillery just needs to work some of these outer tier ones now. But the battle is still very much in my favour. Still holding 150 there, and we've got our second rung of defense as well. We're still skirmishing back quite well. I wish I could see the casualties. Like in Total War Attila, they're still trying to throw more men in. My skirmishers are doing fine. We've still got a front line as well that people seem to forget. But we need to start probably flanking now. Yeah, let's do that. So let's give the order. So you guys can run and phase these units out. Alright, and we'll start to charge there as well. Swing around this way now. Make sure you get further around. What I'll do... I was going to see if there was some in the center or something. Yeah, continue to target this sort of stuff. How many men do we have in this reserve line? Because what we could do is we could send like 2 out. Well, they're spears, so you go for that. They're now pushing. Whoa, actually, that's been buckled there, which is interesting. Maybe because of just artillery fire, because they're so close now, a lot of them. Because we need to start counter-charging in some aspects. Like, yeah, that even though that's been broken there, like, try and push. Alright, you need a flank. Alright, they're being phased out. I might get the generals around then. Let's cycle charge. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, they sent their Belgian shock there. Did they really? I didn't even notice that. That's a good play, trying to kill my brother. Alright, where is Emperor Aurelian? He's now moving out with the additional help of some more infantry. Well, if we can just get some spears in there, we probably can get rid of these guys as well. God, they're moving down their front line well. Yeah, even though we were holding, everyone was sort of wavering back and forth a bit. Okay, looks like we've pushed through the center there. Alright. So they're now here. You who are here will go. Oh god, what the fuck? Well, yeah, if they keep on swinging around like that, you got to go for them. From what I've noticed in Rome 2, since playing Attila a lot, like they can slip stuff so well. There we go. It is a little bit squeaky bum time here. Oh, you need to pull back there because we actually are buckling in weird areas. Alright, they've now been phased out. I don't mind that because it will eventually help us. Okay. Push through that. Make sure these units don't come back. And that will free up more here naturally. Alright, that's now gone. Let's get cavalry down here. We are being a little bit surrounded there. It's TETRICUS there. I don't know if we're going to be able to... If we need to go down there, we need to kill him. Go after him. Yeah, a lot of our guys are getting caught there. Yeah, they've been broken there. This is going to be a costly fight. Because maybe I've underestimated how well Gallic Rome sort of performs on the field. Because they are doing a lot better than me. Yeah, there has been some trickles and some... Yeah, push now. Go for this. Yeah, send everyone in. Yeah, there we go. Bring him down. Kill TETRICUS. We've managed to catch him and surround him. Let's bring down his chariots. Charging with them is their key, but if we can kill him... Bring him down from his woeful horse. Oh, and now we got him. Or maybe there was more friendly fire than what I was looking at. Because I only can look in so many aspects of the battlefield. Okay. So there does seem to be a unit here holding. And we've won. Because the general unit got smashed. Yeah, those Roman legionaries took a battering. I wonder if we can see the poor man. I don't know if we necessarily can. Alright. Get Aurelian and my brother to charge down these Italian slingers. Myself with Equites, and then my brother with his Cataphractari. Aurelian, of course, leading from the front, like the good emperor he is. Getting into the hacking and slashing. I had him for a second there, but I've lost him again. But these archers won't last long. Alright, what does seem to be holding out still? Oh, none. Alright. There's still a lot on this battlefield to deal with. If we could somehow salvage some of those archers. If we could have somehow salvaged some of that cavalry that got caught, it would have been good, but whatever. Yeah, so cavalry in this just seem to be a lot weaker. Or they don't fulfill the adequate roles that I use them for. because in Total War Attila, it's a little bit different though. From what I can remember, the Roman horse was actually a lot smaller to like an English or sort of Welsh sort of pony compared to the huge stallions of what you saw in the late medieval period. But I don't think it's really got to do with this, but like, yeah, everyone just keeps on getting taken out by Peeler. Because what I want to do, I want to sort of forward scout with my cavalry, see where the enemy lie and go for it. Maybe if we could get some Cataphractari in the end, that would be worth it, but these Equites trying to catch and isolate skirmishes before they even get to us just seem to get taken out, because the thing is, in this time period as well, every individual unit has 3-4 units of Peeler to counteract that, and especially if they get pushed and hit on the side, they just get rinsed and wrecked. So maybe I might need... Look, I might as well nearly just get like some more spears or something, or maybe just some more skirmishes in my army, because this is not the first time they've been wrecked in this campaign. We'll run down the last of these brave men of Gallic Rome. They really put us through the ringer there. Maybe they had some underlying buffs that I wasn't aware about. But I'm surprised how many we lost even holding that really defensive position. And we maybe should have put way more men on the flanks instead of having like a second line. Anyway, you live and learn. Everything's different for every campaign. You sort of got to tweak it and stuff. So Lucius Aurelian deployed 7,065. Yeah, we lost 3,265. They killed 3,129. So there was only about 100 men from friendly fire, so it wasn't really that. Gaius Tetricus deployed 5,050, but we lost 3,265, so not good. We lost more than half of their... we lost more than what half of their army deployed, so that's not good. We lost about 600 men than probably what we should have done. So, yeah, let's have a look at that. So, Aurelian managed to mop up 293, 149. Although we had victory, it was a close one. I would say it was nearly more costly than anything. Maybe we should have countercharged, potentially. So they did well holding the legionaries, but they only got like 7781 compared to theirs who charged us, and they got 233. Yeah, look at that. They must have some crazy damage stats. Just like comparing some of them. They had cohorts as well. Now, our cavalry didn't perform very well. 72-10 too. Like, even when trying to get those Italian militia, it was a bit of a bait, because what they did, they drew out a weaker unit in the open. My cavalry committed, and they were happy to get some friendly fire in throwing all their peeler, but nearly destroying my cavalry. Some of my spears did alright on the flanks. 253. Ballista did well, inciting fear and getting some kills in front of the enemy. They're better for sieges, but they can put some pretty decent morale debuffs on the enemy. Slingers, 168, 164, they always perform really well. Their mercs didn't do too well, neither did... Oh, their cavalry did alright, 276. But, although we've managed to mortally wound Gaius Tetricus, the Emperor of Gallic Rome, and defeat 2 full armies, grinding them to a pulp, sending them to the wind, it was a little bit costly. So we're going to have to convalesce, rally where we can, and then continue to push into Cess Alpine Gaul and sort of hold it, and then we'll continue to push against Gallic Rome. It'll be quite some time before he needs to rebuild his strength, I imagine. I wonder what his capital is. It's probably somewhere in the center. Sometimes it can be like Bertigala, modern day Bordeaux, but we'll just have to see. But this is what I'd love about doing blind Let's Plays and just diving into campaigns and recording it for you guys and just sort of not knowing, because now I know how Gallic Rome performs. Before that, Kind of like the Romans, I've only sort of heard rumors and stuff. So I need to adapt my army differently for the field and do some slight changes and alterations as we go further into Gaul. But we still managed to pull out the pull out the win, but maybe being a little bit too harsh on myself. So we lost a unit of cav, a unit of Roman levies. The reinforcements didn't lose any, and we destroyed a full stack. Okay, so we've got a couple of options here. I'm tempted to loot it, because we get 10,000 there, and we're going to have to hold this area for a while anyway. So we shall loot the city, and there goes Emperor TETRICUS. For a fair few turns now, he's going to be massively wounded. And now the city of Padaventum is mine now. Oh good, we don't even need half of this stuff anyway, so let's break that down. What's going on here? We're still a turn before taking Corellas. We should be able to take that quite easily. And not really much else we can do at the top of 10. We can spend that 8,000. But unfortunately, guys, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 4 of my Total War Rome 2 Divide et Impera Empire Divided DLC modded campaign as Aurelians Rome. We are using a reskin as well. I'll put it in the description below. So now with him defeated, yeah, he's still alive there, as you can see. So we're going to repair. We'll probably push against Mendelodunum and Genoa in the next, depending if another legion comes up against me. They still seem to have a bigger sway of the balance of power, so maybe there's 2 more legions in operation that I can't see. We should be able to finish off the Pretenders in the next. But yeah, holding Cess Alpine Gaul and then pushing sort of south, north, west, and just going, sort of doing like an even spread, putting sort of waypoints and front lines, sort of pushing all the way through. Probably pushing into Hispania. We could redirect more units from Africa now because Numidia seems to be doing quite well against them. We'll just have to see. So support this series, guys. I'll do more episodes. If not, feel free to leave a dislike, and that will let me know alternatively to do something else. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.